Hey y'all, Toad here, and we're going to show you today, this is my iPhone 5, and what it's inside here is a life case. Now these are made pretty much by the same people that make Otter, and it's waterproof, dustproof, blah 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 proof, everything, really light, made out of hard plastic, and I've had this particular one for several years. And it worked just fine. Anybody who's seen any of the tests that we've done over here on the Toadstead knows that we're not easy on gear. So let me just show you this real quick. That's the back half. And this is the forward half of it. And there's the old iPhone. Still works just fine. The battery swole up on this one, spread the case a little bit, thus making this button, you basically had to push it, you had to squeeze the entire phone between your fingers. So, to make a long story short, I had to get a new phone. And along the way, this old iPhone case had to be replaced because the new phone, which, the new phone has the thumbprint. This is a 5S, and it has the thumbprint security to get inside of it. Well, the problem was, it's not going to show up on camera, but underneath here in this button, got some reflections. I'll try and keep that from happening. This was just so scratched up that it didn't work anymore. Now, I contacted Lifecase, and these are warranted, lifetime warranty, and all I had to do was send them $5 shipping, and ta-da! The iPhone 5S, which I got, is clad in its new lime green case. But the story doesn't end there. Right off the bat, there was a problem. On the old case, these two pieces really appear to be made out of the same type of plastic. Right? The new one, the front half and the back half, and that might show up on camera, it's actually a little darker. This plastic in the front was much softer. And again, I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up. I'm trying to avoid those reflections because I've got a window here. See if I can't help it a little bit. Anyway, it just started to deteriorate. And here you can see the top button. For you iPhone owners, you know that you're actually looking at the phone. It's just worn away. Over here on the side, these little protectors that keep you from getting at the buttons, this one just wore completely through. And you're looking at the black plastic under this. That's icky. Really, really, really unhappy. But I call up Lifecase and explain to them what was going on. By the way, if Lifecase is watching, thank you for finally tethering that. My very first original case, which got replaced a long, long time ago, not Lifecase's problem, another issue. That was actually a loose piece, and it's not anymore. That's a good thing. So let's get this out of here. Again, they're very close to identical. The real difference being that this plastic appears, like I said, very, very soft. So it's just coming apart. And then when I finally took it out to investigate what was going on, well, the poor thing just came apart. So anyway, I call Lifecase, and you know, not only did they go, "Hey Toad, man, sorry, that's not acceptable," blah 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 blah. They not only sent me a new Lifecase, they went ahead and waived the shipping fee for me, which I thought was really, really cool. Now, why do I think that the problem was with the plastic? Well, you notice that this isn't the patented Frog Toad lime green. They don't offer that color anymore. It's just not available. And I'm going to make the assumption that it's not available because something went wrong with that plastic. Or maybe it just was I'm the only weirdo that liked that color. I don't know. But that's the first thing I'm going to check on this one. And this one here, the appliance, excuse me, the plastic seems to be exactly the same. So that's cool. Okay, so let's take a look inside. On the back side, it just has all the ports and windows necessary, for the machine to work. And you can see it's got a little rubber gasket all the way around. And this side is where the port is attached for the charging cord. On the front side, which is deep where the phone sits down inside of it, it's got all the side top buttons and also a window, and you can see where the groove for the gasket goes. And then here, and this is one of the improvements they made over the years. The first one I had, this little port cover was a separate piece. You unscrewed it and you could lose it. I was always afraid I was going to lose it. And I never did, but I could see where it probably happened more than once. And now they've actually tethered it and made it part of. And what this allows you to do is plug in accessories into the headphone jack, and then it stays weatherproof when you're not using it. So we'll pop this little bugger in here and just show you real quick how it all looks. And you can tell just when you're putting it together that's a watertight seal, because it's no joke. It snaps together with authority. Now to get it apart, you can put a coin or something into this little slot right here on either side and twist it and it'll come apart. There's where your charging port is, and this is the accessory port. Now one of the downsides to this is if you're going to use a square reader like I do, or a set of headphones or something like that on here, because of the case, the probe just will not go all the way in and engage. Plus, this ends up being a bit of a, well, it ends up being compromised. The hull of the ship here ends up compromised. So what they include with one of these is this special tether, and it's just your straight jack, 1/8 inch I believe, but if you can see, it's got threads on it. So now you're maintaining the waterproof integrity of the hull, but you don't have to worry about plugging stuff in. And the square reader, everything I have plugged into this so far has worked with absolutely no trouble. Is it a minor pain in the butt to have this as an accessory that you have to carry all the time? Well, that just really depends on what you use it for. If you're a big music lover, blah blah blah, maybe you just leave it in there, leave it attached all the time. I have no idea. I only use this myself for the square reader, which for those of you who don't know, it's just a little thing for reading credit cards you can slide through. And that is all I use that for. So this actually stays in the area, in my cash box for where I do business. That's where this lives. It never comes out. The rest of the time, I'm carrying the phone in its full closed configuration like that. Now, one of the other improvements they made, when I first got the other one, was this area right here got really messed up, and you'll hear more about that. The screen on the newer ones seems thicker and tougher than the old one. And let's see. Well, you gotta make sure I don't do anything. Hey, you can see what date it is that I'm doing this. It's a good screen. It works. And there it goes. So, yes, are there slightly different colors between the front and the back? Yeah, the back is slightly lighter. The last green one I had, it was the same way. I was just assuming that they used two different plastics for the two different parts. So, I'm not really worried that much about looks. I'll do admit I don't like that they no longer have a lime green one. I liked it, but over the years they've done real well. I do like these life cases. These have for years been passing the Frog Toad and Toadstead Project, abuse that we give everything. Now I'm going to miss my lime green. I really am. I'm going to keep the best pieces of those back there because that old iPhone still operates, and I'll use it as a camera when I learn more about this Apple stuff. But for right now, I just want to show you the case. I do recommend them. I like them a lot. This has put up with a lot of garbage over the years, and I've never lost a phone. And I guess I'll just have to get used to the gray. But there you go. Life case. Check them out. If you like them, good. Let me know, because I like the things. Later on, y'all. Bye.